Well, good day everybody. Nick McGinnis here from Meadow Green Farm. And today I want to talk about an idea in the conservation realm about restoring ecosystems. And it goes back to something the famed ecologist Aldo Leopold said, and that is in terms of managing wild systems or ecosystems, the first step of intelligent tinkering is to replace all of the parts that were once there or restore them. And I think what he meant was, for example, to restore a forest, it's not just enough to put all the tree species back in. You also have to have all of the animals. And large mammals in North America have a profound impact on the total ecosystems in which they live. And in our neck of the woods, northeastern North America, Nova Scotia to be exact, the large mammal, the predominant large mammal on our landscape pre-European settlement was the moose, also known as the mainland moose. And we also had woodland caribou here. And when we talk about restoring the Acadian forest, we never seem to have the conversation about the Acadian forest requiring also the large mammals that were associated with it. So I'm not sure if you can actually obtain a fully restored or healthy Acadian forest, as it's known, without replacing the animals. So can you have an Acadian forest without woodland caribou and mainland moose? I'm not so sure. One of the things perhaps that we can do is we can use large mammals such as cattle to replicate how these processes within the ecosystem occur. And as I moved these cattle this morning to a new section of grass, the first thing they went to were these white spruce. And it's interesting, they're basically defoliating the tree from head height down. They're taking off this year's new growth. And I noticed in a pasture across the river where we had some cows last winter, the 4 feet and lower branches were basically stripped off of all green matter. And what that allows in time to happen is you get grass growing right up to the trunk of the tree versus grass growing around just the drip line of the branches. So you're growing a little more grass, a little more food. It's a natural form of pruning. It cycles the nutrients that are available on these branches. And I just think that there's definitely a role for these type of large mammals where there's an absence of the natural wild animals. There's a role for these to play in restoring our ecosystems. Our soils are degraded, they're lacking in minerals, they're lacking in organic matter, and here we have a ruminant animal capable of digesting all sorts of plant species, depositing it back on the ground as manure, which kickstarts all sorts of fungal development in the soil. We can see there, we just moved these cows here and they're already putting fertility back down. And we are also managing these cattle in a much more, what I would consider, natural way. We've minimized our reliance on inputs. We don't feed any grain, that's for one. And we don't make hay on the farm, so we purchase all our hay. And one of the things that forces us to do to make a profit or to minimize our costs is we have to extend our grazing season as long as possible. So we need good business sense, we need to think outside the box, and we need to consider using animals instead of technology and machines when it comes to managing our landscapes and restoring biodiversity. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, share the video if you think it's interesting, or leave a comment. Perhaps you don't agree, perhaps you do. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, a good debate pushes the overall good in society, and I think when it comes to managing our natural ecosystems, a little debate never hurt.